What's up, guys? Welcome back to the pod. As promised, this is part 2 of our 2-part episode. If you haven't already, go check out part 1. The link is in the description. So anyway, sit back and enjoy.
So our next team, we have the NU Bulldogs with a 2.0. Bakit 2.0? Well, to be fair to them, although hindi sila nanalo ng any of the major tournaments this off-season, they were able to make second place, no? Runner-up sila in 3 out of the 4 big tournaments, no? Second place sila in the Asia Basket tournament, no? Yung early Asia Basket tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then where they played against the De La Salle Green Archers, no? They also went second place in the Pinoy Liga tournament where they lost to Adamson. And then sa Phil Oil where they lost to the UP Fighting Maroons. So a lot of runner-up finishes. Pinakita nila na they're still up there in terms of talent, no? They're still that team na parang sure Final Four na kulang na lang sila ng 1 or 2 pieces to make the finals. Notably rin, nag-improve internally yung players nila. No? Figueroa looks like a better outside shooter. Si Tebol Garcia mukha mas may confidence na. Omar John actually making his comeback. Parang mas magaling siya ngayon than when he first played. And of course, si Palachelo na talagang bully. Talagang siya na yung pinaka-bully, I guess, na local big sa UAAP ngayon. Pero bakit 2.0 lang? They weren't really able to make a splash, no, in terms of recruitment. This is more of a continuity team aside from their former NU Bullpups, pero wala doon yung big names ng NU Bullpups nila eh. Lumipat ng ibang teams eh. So madadaanan natin yung dalawang player na yun mamaya. Jeff Napa was really angry about the recruitment of one of those two players. So we will see about that later as we move, no? Kasi yung dalawang player na yun lumipat sa huling dalawang team sa ating listahan. So really uneventful on the recruitment front for NU. Most of their recruitment splashes were for season 89, no, mga transferees na DJ Laconsay. But for season 88, it's really just Alfanta and really, really big but really, really raw 6'10 guy, Jedrick Solomon. I think kapatid siya ni Eliza Solomon of the Bulldogs, of the Lady Bulldogs, no, sa volleyball. So, is it too low? Parang inisip ko kanina kung 1.75 ba dapat sa NU. Kaya lang kasi yun nga, on the recruitment front, parang kulang. Pero nag-improve talaga yung players nila.
Ako pakiramdam ko kasi, yung pinakita ng NU, yun ay max nila. Ceiling na.
Yeah. Yun din. Yung ceiling nila kasi wala masyado rin.
Parang all of the runner-up finishes being bridesmaids, it's not as if they underplayed or they did not give their best. I think they gave their all. And what I fear about that is, I think that's their ceiling. Wala na silang igagaling for season 88.
Oh. Na-grassroots yung ceiling nila.
One of the pros that they have is they probably are the most mature. Sila yung pinakamatagal na magkakasama. So kilala nila yung isa't isa. Yun yung mga doubt natin dun sa mga bagong magkakasama, like the people from Ateneo, for example. Or the people from UE na mga bagong additions din nila, no? Ito, makakakilala na sila. Pero nga lang, since sila rin, katulad na sila Mojello, it's more of the same. Kumbaga, walang bago. Anong exciting this time around? And kinuha natin kasi yung mga exciting. Sa ibang
nakita team. Naman natin, Phil Oil, hindi naman umubra yung dalawang cabinet, di ba? Yung Palachelo Padrones. Pinasok naman pa yan, pero hindi naman ang dalawang aparador ng NU, hindi ba? Hindi naman.
Yeah.
Tsaka okay na yung dos. Kasi fitting din naman dun sa mga napanalunan nila na tournament number 2. Dos.
Baka walang hiya.
Pero wait. Pag hindi binigay ang Araneta at saka MOA, patay tayo lahat. Champion ng NA.
Oo nga.
Swerte sila sa Q-Pop.
Q-Pop all the way, girl.
Sila ang pinakamagaling sa Q-Pop na team eh.
Oo nga.
Q-Pop champion. Sino unang kalaban nila sa Q-Pop? Lasal ba?
Lasal, I think. Lasal.
Yeah, Lasal ata.
Perfect.
Ay, Lasal. Ay, sorry.
O baka tayo.
Hindi ba?
Ay, 7th nga pala sila last season, no? Sorry.
Ay,
UE.
pa sila, sorry. No.
Oo nga, akala ko na Final
Perfect.
Four sila. Nasanay tayo. UE pala, sorry. UE sila sa opening day.
Opak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pero what if, di ba, NU Lasal sa, sa UPAP. Exciting. Basta wag lang sa atin.
May trauma ba?
Pag sa atin, pag critical, inaris Antipolo.
Ay, wait. Pwede.
Yun ang homework, yun ang home court natin.
Home court natin. Undefeated since 2022.
Yun ang
lapit kay Robbie yun.
Inaris.
Pabor kay Robbie.
Yeah.
Ayan, sige. Okay.
Next.
Mukhang wala na masyadong no kasi more of the same talaga sa NU eh. Ito ang
Okay.
maraming bago. Okay, bakit? Full disclosure lang, pinag-isipan ko na actually bigyan sila ng 4, no. But that's a disservice to their new coach, si Chris Gavina. He is notably connected with the PhilAm yung sa yung sa US, no, yung program that brings
PhilAm Nation Select.
PhilAm Nation Select. Yes. So we can expect a horde of foreign talent to eventually make their way to UE. Yun nga lang, I don't think any of them made it in time to be able to play for this incoming season or for season 88. They lost notably si Jack Cruz Dumont who won't be playing there anymore because he graduated. And
sa draft siya.
A lot of their former players wala na rin, no? Sina Ethan Galang, sina Gerard Wilson. I think si Devin Fikes then will also not be playing anymore. So it will
really be... he's going back to Canada.
Oh, yeah. Tama. He went back to Canada nga. So, tapos may isa pa silang na grassroots din. There's the player who would have been their breakout star this season will have his breakout in another UAAP team na pag-uusapan pa natin after this. So really it will be the troika, no, of Momoway, Abate, and Welo Lingolingo. Welo Lingolingo has proven to be on and off. When he's hot, he's really, really hot. Pero pag nanlamig, Diyos ko Lord.
He's hot pag linggo.
Paglinggo. So
yeah. Pag linggo yung game, doon siya papasok.
And I think may bearing din talaga yung 'di ba yung sinasabi nga natin na please don't blame other schools for having your players when it's an internal thing that you have to fix, 'di ba? Na yung management and admin ng UE, marami tayong narinig na dahilan kung bakit nawawala yung mga players. So, I think malaking factor yon.
True. Yung naglabasan, no, yung issues about the UE program. And in fact, doon sa mga post ng UE Red Tribe, no, nagko-comment doon yung sa Phenom, what's his name? Si
Brody.
Anthony Brodet, no? Si Brody, nagko-comment siya about the misgivings of the management ng UE. So, something for them to sort out, but at least si Chris Gavina, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He looks like a promising coach. Yun nga lang, mataas ang learning curve in the UAAP as he will soon find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not gonna be in time for season 88. I don't think.
Yes, agree.
Ayun.
Agree naman.
Alam mo yun, kalmado naman yata si Momoway this year. So,
nag-mature siya, ha?
to be fair,
Well,
nag-mature nga siya.
Okay.
Pero
Hindi na
sinabi
siya
naman sinabi ni Chris Gavina na parang ang goal niya is mag Euroleague si Momo Wayne. Now, medyo malayo pa siya from Euroleague quality, but at least mukha namang he's trying to work on his game. So,
ayusin niya lang yung footwork niya, pati yung free throw. Malaking improvement na sa kanya yun. Lagi siya natatravel, tsaka ano yun sa free throw niya, lagi sablay.
Totoo. And maybe less of those post-ups, and he should really just hand the keys of the offense over to John Abate. No? John Abate, when they played UP dun sa Phil Oil, he really had this hot first half of the game na parang ilang points siya nun? Parang 20 point parang naka 20 points yata siya nun nung first half na yun. So, really kept us on our toes before we eventually took a double-digit lead in the second half dun sa game. But scared us for a while. John Abate looks like he will go all out for his final season to hopefully make it as a high pick in the PBA.
Yeah. I agree. It's gonna be John Abate's team.
Alright.
Okay, and pupunta na tayo sa ating homer pick, no, sa exciting part ng ating grading. We will now grade the UP Fighting Maroons at bibigyan din natin sila ng 1.5.
Pantay na kasal.
Masyado bang mataas?
1.5 lang. We are a UP podcast.
May bias tayo eh.
Bias ka na nga.
Natataasan ako doon.
May bias tayo eh.
Ay, bigay mo sa atin lahat ng kontrata. Bakit binigyan mo pa ng iba? Sa atin lahat dapat ng kontrata.
Natataasan ako sa 1.5 ah.
Totoo ba
spicy.
yan?
Spicy. Sige. Justify natin yung 1.5. 1.5. Actually, ang unang i-grade ko sana 1.75. Kaya lang benefit of the doubt kasi nag-pull out naman din tayo sa Pinoy Liga talaga. We were on the way, pero hypothetical yun eh. You can't say na we would have won eh kasi what if we didn't, diba? So, although we were really dominating sa Pinoy Liga, we won Phil Oil, of course. We didn't do well sa Wolves, although we gave a really good scare against the eventual champions, the Korea University team, no? And then we won that little pocket tournament in Tacloban. Yun yung mga sinalihan natin na notable tournaments as a team, no? Before going, of course, to Serbia, and then eventually now they're in Korea. Bakit 1.5? Quality over quantity in terms of recruitment. No, we weren't able to recruit a lot of players, but when we did, doon sa with respect to those eligible for season 88, we got the player na talagang kinasakit na ulo ni Coach Jeff Napa, no, si Miguel Palanca.
Doon siya naging emotional.
Naging emotional siya because of Juancho, and we could see why when we saw Juancho finally play for the UP Fighting Maroons in Tacloban and in the Wolves, no? Kasi talagang he's a force on the defensive end, no? He can block shots from anywhere. Natural yung galaw niya as a 4. He can also play the 5. Mobile siya, and although payat, mukhang matigas yung katawan niya, no, for someone who's payat. So
sumasaksak, dumadakdak.
True. Yun pa. Ang taas tumalon.
Yeah.
He has really good springs compared to other bigs, no? Compared to players of comparable size na kabatch niya, no? Sina Koji Buenaventura tsaka si LeBron James Daep.
Buenaventura. Buenaflor.
Sorry sa Buenaflor. Koji Buenaflor, no? Na pag-uusapan natin mamaya. So, ayun, 1.5. Bakit 1.5? Marami pang points for improvement. Notably that we still don't know yet kung sino talaga yung pinaka-closer ng team, no? Sometimes it's Harold, sometimes it's Terrence, sometimes it's Jerry, sometimes it's Noy, no? So, and sometimes even actually si Gani pa nga yata yung closer kung tutuusin kasi si Gani is the one who puts puts us in a position to
siya yung
eventually
consistent
win.
all quarters no?
That's correct. Kasi siya yung consistent in all of the quarters. So, Gani Stevens, notable improvement in the team, no? Si Gani Stevens talaga yung may notable improvement. So, that's why we're getting a 1.5. The flip side of that is, of course, although hindi pa natin na-figure out yung rotation, the other teams also have yet to scout the true final form which the UP Fighting Maroons will eventually have this coming season. Ano tingin niyo sa ating team, guys?
Miles, kung hindi nag-pull out sa Pinoy Liga, tataas ba yung score mo?
Baka 1.25.
Kasi
hindi ko naiintindihan yung nangyari sa Wolves.
I mean, yung sa Wolves naman, it's it could have gone our way din naman. Yun nga lang yung kinapos tayo sa dulo
No, I mean, I would agree that we put up a good fight against Korea University. Pero the one with the game with Sydney University, I was like, ano ba? Wala bang bearing yung game kaya nilaro na lang? Are they happy are they just happy to be there because it's their first time? And hindi ko gets
it appears so.
Yeah.
I think part of it is injury management. Para kasi no bearing, so why risk yung pwede ka pang ma-injure, di ba?
But it was only one. It was only Harold that didn't play.
Still, andun pa rin yung competitiveness nila.
Yeah. I have a feeling that they had a game plan coming into that. Shoot a lot of threes. I don't care if you don't make it. Just do the play. Do the play. And then free up the three. Tingnan natin, di ba, if eventually it will come about. But it didn't. So, pero yun yung game plan You have taller players against your, and then you need to shoot the three. This is the game plan for them. If it doesn't happen, then we don't win. Baka yun lang talaga ang game plan nila. Pero coming back to the grade, Miles, alam mo yan, 1.5. Okay. Diba?
This is a UP podcast. But 1.5 lang.
I'm happy. Okay. Key highlight, diba? Key highlight why it can be higher or bakit okay lang sa akin yung 1.5 na yan. Binugbog tayo ng elimination sa Phil Oil on the game that it really mattered versus Lasal. Nanalo tayo. In all honesty, na-shutdown natin ang Lasal for a good 1 month. Alam mo yun? Parang tumahimik sila, nagdila sila ng mga sugat nila afterwards. Ang laki ng, confidence sila coming into this season with their new recruits, with Jason, they could compare Kian Baclan and everything. Diba? Dudurugin daw nila tayo or whatsoever, heavy favorites. Pero nothing to show.
Also we didn't, I agree, we didn't give them that satisfaction of having revenge sa atin sa Wolves.
Even though they did better in Wolves, hindi pa rin sila nag-champion, wala pa rin silang maibibit-bit pa uwi.
So kudos to the coaching team for adjusting dun sa Baclaan Cortez tandem kasi nagulat talaga tayo nung Elims dun sa dalawa. So very good adjustment.
Itong dalawang 1.5 na yan, kung may pipili tayong valedictorian dyan, asterisk bigay nyo sa UP just because we have that win over the other.
Sige na nga, mag-agree na ako sa 1.5 kasi it's been a long preseason for us. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that we had the longest in terms of the number of
training camps,
ligas, exhibition games, pocket leagues na sinalihan.
Yeah. We didn't start as early as the other teams kasi yung Asia Basket home and away, nangyari yun parang January, February. So, nagpapahinga pa yung players natin or nag-individual drills. However, like what you said, Jello, although mas late tayo nagsimula, noong nagsimula na tayo,
dikit-dikit na siya.
Super talaga. As a matter of fact, we had to divide the team into two, no? Doon sa isang tournament.
Yeah.
Just to make the most out of it. So,
And just to recap, we lost a QMB, a JD, a Francis, an Aldous, a Seven, and then also Odudo. Now, we replaced them, alam mo yun, and players, for example, that was second stringer natin or third stringer even, we asked them to step up against this very talented lineup of Lasal. When we faced them on the semis, we lost in the elimination. The team adjusted. We won in the semis, a big match. So kudos to the team. The question is now, diba? I mean, have we reached our ceiling and potential? One might argue that sa Lasal, alam mo yun, marami pa silang pwedeng ilabas, marami silang talent. But we can argue also the Maroon 5 never really played all well together at the same time. So that's also a scary and a proposition to see, you know. Hopefully, obviously, we're peaking at the right time. Injury management, at like what Robbie said, and hopefully, obviously, we have other team members that can contribute. Just so hindi lang man natin palagi inaasahan lang yung mga natin, seniors natin in the.
Oy, Mark, linawin mo yon. We didn't lose Udodo. He will just sit down. He will just sit this season out.
Yeah.
Oo. Hindi ko naman sinabing lose na wala. Wala. I mean, wala sa lineup if in any case.
Injured din, no? Diba?
Oh, yes. Undergoing therapy.
Okay.
Get well soon, Dikachi.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Sige na nga, 1.5 miles.
Agree ako niyan. Despite losing all those players at very unexpected times. 'Di ba?
True, yun pa. Unexpected.
Very unexpected yung yung mga departures ni Aldos, ni Francis, 'di ba?
Saka Seven. So, yung tatlong departure na yun
sobrang unexpected siya. So despite having that, I say we did really well. So okay na yung 1.5 sa akin.
Yeah, we were able to get, I think, just as a last note on UP, we were able to get a lot of our bench guys, a lot of reps, no. Sina Chico Briones, for example. Chico Briones was able to show his wares a lot. In fact, he was the best player on the team for several games, no, especially immediately before Serbia and after Serbia. So Woobs, he top scored in our Philoil game against FEU, where he showed the Devin Booker style of play, no? Yung talagang he came out with the entire arsenal of moves na parang si Devin Booker. So there's nowhere to go but up, I guess.
Yeah. Nowhere to go but UP. Para sa mga grassroots natin dyan. Nowhere to go but UP.
Ayan. Sige, punta na tayo sa ating final team on this list. This year's hosts and our opponent in the opening game of the season. We have the UST Growling Tigers with a 1.75. Bakit 1.75? Although they won actually, no, yung Pinoy Liga Invitational Tournament where they had a Japanese team come over and play in the Philippines. Although the competition there was very thin, no, hindi siya kasing quality tournament than the main Pinoy Liga tournament or the main Asia Basket tournament or Philoil, no. But aside from that, they were able to make the finals in the Asia Basket Invitationals, and they actually beat the UP Fighting Maroons in the elimination round of the Philoil tournament. So that counts for something.
Hindi pa tayo nakaka-revenge.
They're the only team na ang huling laro natin sa kanila before coming into the season was a loss, no? So unlike against the De La Salle Green Archers na may psychological advantage tayo, I'm not sure if we can say the same thing against UST kasi medyo ugly pa yung naging ending ng laro na yun because of the whole hula-baloo with Harold and Crisostomo. UST also saw a lot of improved players, no? Si Crisostomo, speaking of Crisostomo, he's my candidate for probably the most improved player in the UAAP. They also have Amiel Asido who looks very improved. Kaya lang, sakit talaga nung una yung pagkawala ni Manay Tay due to graduation. And number 2, the guy who was supposed to replace Manay Tay, no, and take his minutes, si Zain Mahmoud, has transferred to the FEU Tamaraws. No? He'll be playing for season 90. In season 89, I'm sorry. So
nag-skip.
Ang laki nung front court, nung bawas sila sa front court depth. They also lost Motong Kara, no, who left the country. And then they had a carousel of FSAs, no, for most of the off-season.
Dami
si
pala
Osang
nila.
Nilalaro nila.
Si Kumbay.
Dami pala nila FSA. But finally, it looks like they've settled for Colin Sakowe, no? Colin Sakowe, who was the subject of a tug of war between De La Salle and UST, no? Kaya rin winan 0.5 ko yung La Salle because they lost on the FSA recruitment end, no? They reverted to Bright Nuwanko na hindi rin naman nila masyadong pinapalaro. UST won the bidding wars for Colin Sakowe, who was an NU bullpup like Migs Palanca. Now, Colin Sakowe was a double-double machine. Kaya lang nung game nila against Adamson in the Asia Basket Finals, he really showed his immaturity.
Yeah.
No? Napikon siya, ginugulang siya ni Manzano, and he could not do much about it. In addition to the fact na unlike the traditional UST FSAs na mabilis, malikse, Colin Sakowe is more of a traditional big na malaki and mabagal. So we have yet to see if he will fit into the game plan of Coach Pido Harencio. So granted all of that, and of course Fortsky Padrigao, he was one of the top players in the UAAP when he was in his second year in Ateneo. But now, parang yung shot selection niya may problema. So, I'm not sure if he's done anything to remedy that yet or is it a coaching problem. Pero yung shot selection ni Fortsky Padrigao was also what cost them. Part of the reasons why they lost to Adamson in that Asia Basket Final. So, so what do you think about this UST grade?
Nakakalatan ako sa kanila eh. I mean, looking at season 87 and even in Phil Oil, parang, I mean, they have talented players, but I don't think they are executing the game plan or the system that they're supposed to. Parang feeling ko, the chemistry among and between them hasn't gelled and solidified yet. Kaya hindi sila makapag-execute ganyan. I mean, syempre di ko rin gets ba't pinapasok pa si di ba, si Laure. So, hindi ko alam bakit may mga
to be fair, parang wala rin silang choice. Yun yung problema, yun yung masakit because they lost tong Kara. They replaced him with freshman FSA, no? So unproven quantity in the college game. They also lost Mahmoud, who should have been taking the minutes from Manaytay, who they also lost. So now they're stuck with the rookie, si Koji Buenaflor. Two rookies actually in their front court. So minsan wala ka dahil doon. Laure is now actually the veteran of the team, no? So
veteran big man, yeah.
Sana yung veteran big man nila. So there's that factor as well.
Yeah. Fair. Now that you said it like that. Fair naman.
Yeah. Last season, naging problem din nila is a little bit of depth din, no? Parang pag wala yung kanilang main starters dun sa court, alam mo, dun sila nagkakaroon ng problema. And syempre napapagod din yung mga players din nila, yung mga main guys din nila on court. So we'll see, no, if that will be the difference this year. Will they have obviously second stringers that will be able to relieve yung main guns nila pag nakaupo, for example, tong sila
ilang playing years pa si Fortsky?
Si Fortsky
last na niya.
Last year na
niya.
Last niya.
Kasabay na si Nick Cabanyero din na last na.
Gulat nga ako si Cabanyero andyan pa.
Oo, hinintay niya.
Apparently, kabatch sila ng 84 sila pumasok.
Kabatch na yung mga Maroon 5. Yeah.
Na tama ba? Ewan ko kung chika lang na muntik pang maging atin yung si Nick Cabanyero.
Narinig ko somewhere yan.
Narinig ko yan eh.
May feelers na nasend sa kanya after season 85 yata.
After hindi, 85 parang tsaka parang interested siya.
Oh.
Parang may response na ganun. Tapos,
Kailan? During, nung...
85. 85.
Oh,
85.
Okay.
Kaya lang parang too fresh yata yung CJ Cancino Mantika, Boy Mantika, Hula Baloo.
Okay.
So baka hindi niya carry na mabansag ang Boy Mantika.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, one thing about the UST, Growling Tigers, there will be a lot of pressure for them gawang hosting ngayon ang UST at maraming larong gagawin sa QPAB. So their fans and supporters will be coming out to watch and cheer them on. Last year, Nick Caballero, of course, he would like to do well. And this season, obviously, yung pinakadulong teams dito sa Final Four ang magtutulakan talaga for oppositions with teams like Ateneo, for example, seeing to make a push back to the Final Four. NU will always be there. The Adamson Falcons also were doing well too. So sino yung magpe-play their part and sino for example magsi-step up para makakuha para din sa mga final slot kasi yung fourth position I think will be the most contentious. And I'm sure ayaw makigulo niyan sa UST sa fourth position na yan. Gusto nila kahit pa paano maging solid third place. So consistency will be the name of the game for this season for UST from me.
True. This is the last year in the championship window for Cabanero, Padrigao and Paranada So there's also pressure for them to perform this season kasi after this season they will be losing the three of them among others So
ay wait, even Paranada, I thought he's young.
The last season na niya kasi he lost 1 year dahil
he's the younger Paranada from UE.
Yeah, he's the younger Paranada. Pero diba nawalan siya na 1 year dahil UAAP to UAAP transfer niya. So last season na rin.
Saan galing?
UE.
Oo nga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magkapatid sila nun, diba?
Ni Nico Paranada, yes.
Okay, wait. Meron akong quickie natin. Final Four prediction, Robbie.
UP, LaSalle, UST, NU, or Adamson.
Okay. Mark, how about you?
Pressure UP, LaSalle.
Parang yun
UST Ateneo.
Oh, big for Bardagulan.
How about you, Jamo?
Same. UP, LaSalle, UST Ateneo.
Dennis?
UP, LaSalle, NU, UST.
Yung incomplete nakaka-Final Four.
UP, LaSalle, NU, Adamson.
Ako, din. UP, LaSalle, NU, Adamson.
Parang pilit ka pa.
Hindi, kasi inisip ko either Adamson or UST.
Okay, sa grading yan. Alay nyo, grading ng LaSalle yan. Si UE mag-top.
Dennis, parang medyo hoping against hope ka doon.
So based sa grading, ang valedictorian ay Adamson.
Yes, in terms of doing the most.
Magda-cloud yan, 125. Ay, Suma. Diba?
Suma yata.
1.2
yung
1.2 ang Suma.
Ay, shit, hindi.
Magna cum laude lang.
Magna na valedictorian. Okay.
Magna na valedictorian. Wow, parang old school UP na bihira lang yung nagsusuma.
So, as of recording, we are 18 days away from the opening of season 88 na gagawin sa QPAB. Sana hindi tayo magsilangoy.
Pray for good weather.
Part of the Tomasyan experience na
ang lumangoy?
Leptospirosis.
Alam nyo,
ko na kasi hindi kumpleto yan ang experience mo kung hindi ka lalangoy.
Alam mo, pwede ako makancel dito sa sabihin ko, pero whatever sasabihin ko. I mean, I was just saying, from E-Heads to Kalalili.
Yeah.
Medyo nalulungkot na ako sa topic natin. Doon tayo sa konting exciting. Bago mag-UAAPC, malapit na rin ang PBA draft. Gusto namin sanang good luck ang some of our UP Fighting Maroon alumni na magpapadraft this September.
Sino-sino ba yan, Mark?
Sila 1GDL. Good luck sa atin. And then si AJ Madrigal.
AJ Madrigal.
And si Ashon Andrews na listed under UP as well for this PBA. Good luck, boys.
May nabasa ako na fearless forecast na first pick round 1 si Juan.
I think kaya.
Kaya.
Realistic yun.
Why not?
1 for 1.
Yeah.
1 for 1, yes. Or magiging third ever UP siya na first overall draft pick after Benji Paras and Paulo Mendoza. Kung matuloy yun.
Wow.
Sino kayang magda-draft sa kanya? Anong team?
Nagpaano kasi siya, no? Nagpasarap muna siya ng
ng Europe muna.
I mean, pinasarap niya muna yung stock niya.
Oo naman.
Hindi ba yung Jeep? Ano yung
Terra Firma.
Terra Firma
yata yung Terra Firma yata yung una. Parang yun naman usually ang nauunang team sa sa PBA draft. Tapos iti-trade nila sa Ginebra after a few years.
So good luck. Excited to watch it.
All the best.
Yeah. Hindi sumama yung manok natin si Kobe.
Sayang
Pero probably discouraged about that that new ruling, new ban again.
Ano kasi yun?
PBA is banning yung mga players na hindi mag-sign doon sa nila. Sa mga sa teams na nag-draft sa kanila. Kapag hindi ka pwede nag-sign, hindi ka pwede mag-abroad, hindi ka
choice, ganun.
Pag din-draft ka, tapos in-offeran ka ng contract at hindi kayo nagkasundo, hindi ka pumirma.
Hindi ka na pwedeng
Kasi as I understand it, uniform players contract yung meron sila, diba? So, pareho yan across the board.
Alam mo, pinapaliit nila mundo nila.
Oo. I mean, yeah.
Ibig na maging competitive sa kanila yung mga
I think Kobe is just keeping his options open. Especially yung last stint niya galing sa abroad. So ayaw naman niya siguro mawala yung option na yun. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Grabe, this has been a long pod. Parang na-excite tayo sa mga pinag-usapan natin.
1 hour 20 and counting. Pero may mga ikakat tayo dyan. So,
para sa mga nahabaan, gamitin na natin ang 1.5x speed. No? Para mabilisan.
Okay.
So anyway, as always, like, share, and subscribe. Ang ganda ng performance ng by the way, share ko lang, ang ganda ng performance ng last episode natin. Yung
FOMO ako ron.
Yeah.
Oo nga, wala.
Ganda na performance. Tumaas yung natin, yung mga subscribers natin sa YouTube by around 10% since then.
Sana tuloy-tuloy lang. So, salamat sa support, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Migs.
Super salamat.
Thank you.
And ayun, keep updated. Lagi kayo manood ng podcast, and we have a few more in store for you.
Yes, right before the season starts.
Yeah. So abang-abang tayo, guys.
Okay. And that concludes our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube and Spotify. And see you at the games. UP Fight.
Yeah.
UP Fight. Bye-bye.